Init ba karon? Nag-init po, no? So, sige, before we start, pray sa ta, no? Sige, Anjali, can you lead us in a prayer?
Yes, po, Ma. Let us pray. Dear Father and Heaven our Lord, thy children are there before thee. We offer you this day all we do and think and safe. Please give light to our mind and help us to learn on this day. In Jesus' name we pray, Amen.
Okay, so once again, good afternoon. So, while we have our class, no, for a while, ha? Okay, so a I sent the attendance link sa chat box natin. Kindly fill out na lang, no? So I will be closing it before we end our session. Okay? So today, continue lang tayo with our lesson. No, just like what I have said last meeting. And then next meeting kay alanganin no, supposedly mag-quiz man gud ta. But since ani nag-online man ta, so we'll postpone it next week, no? Or kung mag-resume na ato ang face-to-face classes. Online quiz. So, dili, face-to-face jud ta magklase. Ay mag-quiz. Okay? So, yeah, so see you sa next na face-to-face. And then we'll have our um, quiz, no? Quiz number 1. Okay? So, I'll share my screen. Wala na, di pa ka na. Kapoy ang pwede mo og quiz sa PLE. Pag-iisipan ko na lang. CHH, CYPC. Wait lang, Leo, ha? CYPC. Okay lang, Leo. Go lang. Okay, so another boring day na pod or another boring lesson na pod. So continue lang ta with our lessons sa atong electric field, and then yun yung ang coverage is up to this topic natin i-discuss today. Okay? Yan. Visible ba akong screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Thank you sa response. So, yun yan, no, last meeting, we have discussed on how to solve. Wala na to, wala na ano naman no, tanan no, na tawag ani. Na-report naman to tanang problems last meeting, no? Tama ba?
Yes po, ma'am.
Si Dato and kinsa ganito isa, si Glenn, no? Glenn Ambat. Okay. So, today, continue lang ta. Okay, continue lang ta with our discussion. So, last meeting, nag-discuss ta og electric field wherein involved ang two charges, no? Two or many, pero two lang yung aking tawag ani, example. Okay? So, yun siya, example yun siya na, for example, iilan na mabilang ra bitaw ang charges nato, no?
So today we will discuss naman how about kapag infinite naman ang number of charges. Okay? So just like what I have said no sa first natin discussion on electric fields, realistically hindi lang man siya isa or dalawa or tatlo ang charges in an environment, no? In a situation. So pwede siya na infinite ang number of charges. Just like what we have here, actually apat ito sila, no? So for example, the first type is the field of ring of charge. So ibig sabihin, ano ibig sabihin yan? Okay? This is a ring, no? Circle lang siya and then hollow ang sa loob. Ito hollow, ito siya na part. Okay? So this ring is full of charges, no? Let's say positive charges yan lahat, no? Full of charges yan siya. And then we would like to get the electric field that is produced by those charges to a certain point. Now, let's say that is at point P. Now, last time also, sabi ko, we will discuss these electric fields using integration. Okay? Pero kay feel na ko, nalisdan naman gani mo sa electric field lang na concept, isa pa lang gani ka electric field, dalawa pa lang ka electric field. Medyo stress na tan, no? And then, I have also reviewed na hindi na siguro siya necessary that we involve with integration in solving. Kaya lang, medyo limited lang ating scope, no? So actually, ito lang man din ang scope, so hindi ko na lang din in-include si integration. Okay? So for this, no, again, electric field, ring of charge, no, puno ito siya ng charges, infinite number of charges, and then we would like to get the electric field produced by those charges dito sa ating point. Okay? So we have here an equation. So ito yung equation in getting that electric field produced by those charges. Now take note, yun siya, no? Yun siya na, ito siya na formula is just limited kapag itong point nyo or the point in question is at the center, no? At the center of the ring. Or rather, mura bitaw siya kanang if we have here the center of the ring and then it is at a distance, let's say x, no? To that certain point. So dyan lang yun maa-apply ang itong equation. Now, if we have, let's say for example, if ang problem is we would like to get the electric field at a certain point wherein hindi na siya sa kalinya or collinear with the center. So hindi na ito siya applicable na equation. Okay? Let's say for example, naa siya diri and then dili siya kalinya bitaw with the center. So dili ni siya applicable. But we will only limit our discussion and our scope for general physics 2 with this equation. Okay? Or with this formula. Kapag ganun na ang mangyari, kapag hindi na siya at center, then we will be using the integration na part, which is hindi ko na i-include sa general physics 2. Okay? So, we'll focus on this, no? Focus na lang tayo um, with this concept or with this with this type of charges. Okay? So, again, the point that we are looking at, no, yung electric field na hinahanap natin to a certain point, that should be at this, with this concept or with this type. Okay? So, again, the electric field is ito siya. Okay? So we have 1 over 4 pi epsilon sub 0. Take note, k lang naman ito siya, no? K. And then we have multiply it by the absolute value of q. So ano yung malaking q na yan? Okay? That is the charge or the total charge of this ring. Okay? So again, yung q na yan is the total charge of that ring. So not necessarily positive yan siya, no? Pwede rin yan siya maging negative. Now, how about si x? Ano yung x na yung nakalagay dyan? Okay, that x is actually, again, the distance between the center to the point. No? So, actually, mura lang gud ni siya katong electric field gid nato nga equation or nga formula, di ba? That is kq over r squared. Unsa lay naga-differ, no? Ato ang variables lang. So ang Q nato gihimo natong dako nga view na Q, and then si R nato gihimo lang nato siya nga X. Okay? So actually the same lang man na variable lang ang pinagkaiba. Okay? Now, if we have here, this is Q, no? Sabi natin, let's say that is positive Q. No? So meaning, positively charged ang ato ang ring of charge. Now, pag sinabi nating positive ang ating charge, no? So yan, total charging is positive. Now, ano nga ang direction ng ating electric field?
Outward, ma'am.
Okay, outwards, no? So coming from this ring of charge, galing dito, pupunta yan dito sa ating sa ating field point. Take note that this Q or this ring of charge is our source charge, diba? So meaning, pupunta yan siya dito, no? Ganyan ang mukha ng electric field. By the way, I would like to emphasize no that these fields do not intersect. Okay, so assuming yun na lang, pangit man ako ang pagka-draw, but we assume na these lines will never intersect with each other. Okay? So ayan siya no. Galing pa yan dito, yan. Yan. Okay? So ing anang ato ang direction sa ato ang electric field. Now, what do you notice with this electric fields? Ano yung mapansin ninyo? Ano ba siya? Going to what direction ba siya? Going towards direction.
Right, ma'am.
Ha? Ang sa to, Rod?
Positive.
Okay, going positive. Pwede, no? Or going towards right. Pwede ko ba sabing going towards right? Pwede ba yan siya? No?
Yes, ma'am.
Kutan-awan na to, if we are to examine the electric field lines, okay? Kung iisa-isa ho na to ang X and Y components sa atong electric field lines. 'Di ba? So since isa lang man sila paadtuan kay point P, no? Si X components sa ato ang electric field line sa tanan na siya, 'di ba? As you can see, paadto siya sa right, no? Wala tay component na pa left kasi nga positive and outwards yung ating electric field, no? So ibig sabihin, meron kung kwaon nato ang vector component of that, ibig sabihin, meron tayong value with our x component. Tama? Now, how about sa ating y component? What do you think? Ba?
Wala, gura ma'am, linear lang man siya.
Okay, pwede to siya nga reason, no? Actually, what will happen is mag-cancel ang ato ang y component. Nga naman, kung tanawon nato siya, no, these field lines, kaning dirigikan, wait lang, dirigikan na na field lines, no, diri sa ato ang bottom part sa ato ang ring of charge. Kung tanawon nato, no, paato siya sa right, ang x, pero ang iyahang y component is pasaka, no? Paakyat lahat ng y component ng electric field. But, itong sa taas naman, itong upper side naman ng ring ninyo, okay? Paadto naman sa ubos ang iyahang y component. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, if that's the case, kasi infinite number of lines, and we are assuming that those lines are equivalent with the number of lines na naa sa ubos. So, ibig sabihin, what will happen with your y component of your electric field would be 0. Okay? So, erase ko lang ito lahat. No? Hindi na siya ma-erase. Key. Ayan. Okay. So, again, kung paon na to ang electric field vector of that, our y component would be 0. Okay? So since zero man yan siya, then therefore, meron man tayong magnitude of our electric field, itong magnitude na ito will solely be our x component. So ibig sabihin that is 1 over 4 pi epsilon sub 0 times our q over x squared I hat. Okay? That is, again, applicable kapag positive ang ating charge. Okay, naintindihan ba? If that is, if naintindihan ninyo, kindly raise your hand. If you have a question, please chat in the chat box bago tayo mag-proceed. Okay, so I guess wala may question, no? Okay. Now, how about kapag negative ang charge? What will happen to your y component of your electric field? Sa mga may tabo sa y component.
Pag-cancel na.
Di ba siya
Ah.
mag-zero yapon, ma'am?
Di ba siya
Like
mag-zero
mag-cancel.
gyapon, ma'am? Okay, thank you, Ariel. How about the others? Zero,
Not equal to zero, ma'am.
zero gyapon, Emmanuel. Okay.
May mong
Sige,
1.
Rod. Ha?
May mong 1.
Nahimong one?
Yeah. Guess lang.
Okay. Sige. Eman, ano yung sabi mo, Eman?
Parang hindi siya mag-equal sa zero, ma'am.
Mag-equal sa zero. Okay, tanawan na to, no? Examine na to siya ulit. Hala, na-erase. Okay. So, examine natin ulit. Again, kapag negative ang charge, maunsa siya, muad to siya inwards. Di ba? Paana siya, no? Pangit ako ang drawing, pero sabotable man unta. Okay, so maing-ana siya. Okay? So, if that's the case, no? Ang ato ang tawag ani y component, kung tingnan natin ang upper side, no, of our ring of charge, what will happen sa ating electric field lines? Pasaka siya. Tama ba? Pasaka siya. How about ang sa baba? Pababa po siya, no? O, ato siya dira sa focus. Okay? So that means our y component would be equal to 0. 0 pa rin siya. Okay? Now, how about sa ating x component?
Like,
Ha?
ay, murag, mag-negative pa siya. Murag, ginabira mo niya, ma'am, ang point.
Okay, mag-negative lang siya, actually. No, kay inwards man siya, padulong man siya diri. 'Di ba? Ganina man good ang atong electric field lines, kung positive siya, paadto siya diri. Tama? Opposite ra siya. But for now, unsa nahitabo, paadto siya diri sa sulod. So ibig sabihin, your electric field, the x component of your electric field, kapag negative ang ating charge is negative. No? So again, the electric field of this ring of charge is negative 1 over 4 pi epsilon sub 0 times the absolute value of q over x squared I hat plus 0 j hat. Naintindihan? If that is naintindihan, kindly raise your hand. Thank you. Okay, my question regarding this. If there is none, sige, John Bert, may question? Wala. I know, raise hand pala yan. Okay, sige. Yes, Rod.
Ma'am, sa case good sa negative, ma'am, ang maglihok, di ba, ma'am, kay ang point P instead of point C, or ang kay negative man siya, so inwards siyang bira, so bali, ginabira niya sa P instead of siya si C mo dool kay P.
Dili siya ginabira, ang tama nga term. murag ano lang gid siya, ang electric field lang mismo, ang direction na niya is paadto sa iyaha, murag pabalik bitaw sa iyaha sa source. Dili siya nagabira, oo. Pero ang direction sa iyahang electric field is paadto sa iyaha. So murag ingana bitaw siya,
Ay,
no?
okay, ma'am.
Mm. So that is why mag-negative ang iyahang direction. Tama ba, Rod?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sige. May question pa? Okay, I guess there's none. No, sige, proceed tayo naman kapag ang situation is ganito. So let's say for example, ang inyuhang ring of charge kani man gud siya is mura siya naka-paunsa pa. Naka-vertical bitaw ang inyuhang ring, no? Kani siya kay circle man ni siya, no? Mura na siya oblong because mura bitaw siya unsa ba naka-3D ba na siya ang tama nga term nako, no? So let's try naman kung ipahiga natin ang ring of charge. Okay? So ani siya, pretty ako ang ring of charge. Okay? So it has its center. Let's say C pa rin siya. Dito na lang ako mag-draw ha. And then we have also its mangita tag field point again na dapat collinear lang with our center. That is at point A. No? So we would like to get the electric field at this point, at point A. Now, how do we get, or wait lang, kani siya is positive charge, by the way, ang source charge na to, or source charge na to. How do we get our electric field vector? Or ano sa kahatong electric field vector na to? What would be our x component and what would be our y component? So let's say distance dito di I is instead na x kay y. Anyway, variable lang man na siya. So what would be our electric field vector for this situation?
Y siya, ma'am. Tapos ang X ang mag-0.
Okay, very
Bali,
good.
0 I
So
hat
ang x na to ang okay, tama yun, Rod, no? Atong x na pod ang mag 0. And then our y na pod ang may value. Okay? So since kani positive is outward, so paan na ang iyahang dagway? No? Ana siya ba? Padulong siya dito sa ato ang point A. So ibig sabihin, if that's the case, our x would be 0, no? 0 ni siya. And then our y component is mauna pod ni siya, no? So that is plus 1 over 4 pi epsilon sub 0 times the absolute value of q. Instead no x, maging y na yan siya. Okay? So ana lang siya. Okay, question. So by the way, no, na-obtain ni siya nga formula through the integration. Okay? Again, di na lang ako siya explain because maulang mangyapon, basin magilak na ta kung ato apa na siya tawag ani kulikoton. But if you would like to, pwede ra mangyapon na to na siya i-open. Kung gusto lang dyan ninyo, walay problema. Okay? So for now, maulang dyan ni siya. No? Okay, if there is none, sige, proceed tayo with the field of charge line segment. So, ibig sabihin, iba na po siya ang situation na to, no? Naka-line segment na po ang atuang charges or nakahilera bitaw siya sa isa ka-line segment. Okay, Isabel, if there is a
Question
question,
lang
may
po ako,
question
ma'am,
ba tayo?
regarding dun sa, yung sa previous na diagram. So, kapag negative yung charge po, ma'am, yung Y din po nun, yun po yung mag-negative ulit po, ma'am. Same with dun sa previous.
Yes. Apo, yes po. Kaya kung mag-negative ni siya, no? Sige, kung mag-negative ni siya, mupanaog lang man gyapon ni siya because inwards man ang atuang direction sa electric field. Okay?
Thank you po,
Okay ba,
ma'am.
Isabel?
Yes po.
Okay. So, lahi pod ang situation ha, kung ang ato ang point na pod is naa diri sa ano ha, sa ubos, no? Let's say point B na pod na siya, no? So if that's the case, kung point B na siya, and then negative yan siya, ibig sabihin, pag ganyan naman ang electric field lines, no? So paana na pod siya. So depende yun siya sa inyuhang sa situation sa inyuhang electric field. Okay? Okay, sige. So proceed ta, balik ta with our charged line segment. So again, ang situation na pod is we have our charges na nakahilera, no? Possibly full of positively charged particles or probably negative na charges. Okay, so ingana siya. Now, if we have, by the way, ang electric field niya, that is given by 1 over 2 pi epsilon sub 0 times the absolute value of the linear charge density all over x. Okay? So, unsa man ni sila? Of course, kaning si lambda, na-discuss na to na last meeting, that is the linear charge density with the unit coulomb per meter. Okay? As is lang yapon ato ang electric field, our electric field will always be Newton per coulomb. Now, what is this x? No? So, itong x, that is the distance from the center. Take note ha, may limitation din ito siya. Okay? So, from the center of the line segment, papunta doon sa point of question. Okay? So, again, dapat nasa center collinear ang ating center ng line segment and the point in question natin. No? So, ayan. So, notice na ang ating K, hindi na siya K talaga. No? We have 1 over 2 pi epsilon sub 0 instead na 4, naging 2 pi na yan siya. Kung nakalimutan nyo, pwede nyo lang yung gawing 2K instead na K ito. No? So, 2K na yan siya. And then, we have our linear charge density, naka-absolute value pa rin, no? Kasi possible na positive siya or negative, depende kung positively charged yung ating line segment or negative siya kung negatively charged ang ating line segment. So that is all over x. Hindi na siya x squared. Okay? So again, same pa rin Newton per coulomb. So the same pa rin, no, ang process on how to get the electric field kapag kunin natin ang vector naman niya na components. Okay? So if we have, no, if this is a positively charged line segment, so ibig sabihin, our electric fields are going outwards, papunta sa ating field point. Na? So ganyan siya. Now, if that's the case, our electric field vector is what?
Positive.
Unsa man kaha?
Infinite man gyapon ni siya, ma'am, no?
Infinite
Asa-
number of charges gyapon siya.
So, zero gyapon yung, y component.
Okay, 0 gyapon si
1 over,
y component.
1 over 2
Okay.
pi epsilon 0.
And then our x is 1 over
2 pi epsilon,
Okay.
epsilon 0 times.
ana, no? And then we have I hat. So kapag negative na po siya, baliktad na po siya, no? If this is negative Q, ibig sabihin, the electric field lines are opposite na po. If that's the case, negative na po ang ato ang x component, and then our y component is still the same. 0 pa rin. Kung ang orientation na po niya is our line segment, naka-horizontal, and then we have our point, our field point there, no? Pangitaon na po ninyo. So, ana na po ang situation. It means na ana po tayo y component, ang x component na po ang wala. And then, nagamatter ang sign kung ano ang charge ng ating line segment. Question.
None po, ma'am.
Okay, none. Thank you, Christian. Okay, so far, wala nang question daw. So actually, ani lang ang ato ang lesson today. More like ani lang siya. No? Okay. The next one is a plain sheet. Okay? So actually, itong illustration ko is a uniformly charged disk, pero this can be applied to plain sheets. Okay? May imagine bitaw ninyo ka ng CD, nakaabot pa mog CD, or sa ako ang
Abot,
panahon
ma'am.
pa na, nakaabot tayo sila. Okay. O ka-generation pa man siguro ta. Okay, so ang CD, no, kung tan-awin nato, flat lang bitaw iyahang surface, pero may hollow siya sa gitna. Hollow siya sa gitna, no? So ito, dito naman is, imagine nyo na ganun pa rin siya, pero walang hollow sa gitna. Okay? So it means all throughout your CD, meron siyang, tawag niyan, meron siyang surface, no? Wala siyang hollow. Siguro pag himuan na kay guba, siguro siya. Char lang. Pero anyway, ana siya, no? Plain sheet or pwede ra pod good inyong papel, di ba? Ingan na plain sheet lang siya or unsa pa ba dira nga flat, anything that is flat, no, ang surface niya. Okay? So we have here, ang electric field daw niya is given by this formula. Okay? So we have the absolute value of the, ano sa na siya? Sigma, no? The absolute value of sigma all over 2 times epsilon sub 0. So medyo may pinagkaiba na siya, no? Because kung tanaw na to, murag na disregard bitaw ang distance from the center to the field point. Actually, ito rin siya, ang limitation din nito is that, ganun pa rin. Dapat ang field point in question, no, ito siya, ito siya is collinear with the center of your plane sheet or your charge disk. Okay? Although, iyang formula, pero still, ang iyahang situation is that collinear dapat si center and si field point. No? So, still the same, ang iyahang situation, ang electric field lines, kung positively charged ni, no? So, iana lang nato na siya. Okay? If that's the case, anong meron lang tayo? Ang electric field natin has an X component, no? Which is itong si sigma over 2 epsilon sub 0 plus, or I hat pa yan, no? Plus our Y component, which is 0. Makansel raman tanan ang Y component ni electric field. Okay? The same with, kung negative na po siya, then we have our electric field, no? Kay pa-add naman siya sa left, so it means our electric field is negative. Question.
None po ata, ma'am.
None. Okay. Sabot-tabot raman siya, no? Kay magbalik-balik lang din siya actually ang concept niya. Okay? So, ana lang dahil siya kadali, ma'am. Pero kung integration pag ito na siya, dili gid siya dali, no? Kay medyo maghilak jud ta gamay. Pero kung i-summarize lang dahil na to, aing ana lang dahil siya kadali. Okay? Sige, so last, we have the field of two oppositely charged infinite sheets. Okay? So we have here, dalawang infinite sheets yan siya, no? Imagine bitaw ninyo, if we have, plain sheet, duha ka plain sheet, siya, no? And then, kwaon na to ang iyahang side view. Wow, side view. No, murag anak bitaw siya, oh. Kana siya. Side view ba ni siya? Ang kani siya nga part, that is your side view. No, the same with kani siya. Mag-engineering drawing ta dire kuno hay. Okay? So kani siya nga part, okay, that is the side view, which is kani siya, no? Kaning duha nga ni. Okay? Imagine niyo na lang kapiti sa drawing. Ayan. Okay? So, again, field of two oppositely charged infinite sheets. Ang nilagay ko dito na example is we have the negative na infinite sheet sa taas, no? So, it means kung negative ang iyahang sheet, so that means ang iyang surface charge density is also negative. Okay? Sa baba naman is positive, no? Positively charged infinite sheet. So, ibig sabihin, positive po ang iyahang surface charge. Okay? So, ganito ang situation. If you would like to get the electric fields sa taas ng sheet 1, let's say this one is the sheet 1, and then this one is the sheet 2. So, yung sa taas na sheet is our sheet 1, and then sa baba na sheet is the sheet 2. Now, we would like to get the electric field sa taas ng ng sheet 1, between sheet 1 and sheet 2, no? And also below sheet 2. So, ibig sabihin, kunin natin electric field daw dito, dito, and dito. Okay? So, meron tayong tatlong situation. Now, first, we would like to get sa taas ng sheet 1. Take note, silang dalawa have the same surface charge densities. Ano lang pinagkaiba? Ang isa is negative, ang isa is positive. Okay? Now, first, unahin natin si taas ng sheet 1. Now, the sheet 1 is a negative plane sheet, not negatively charged plane sheet. So, ibig sabihin, if that's the case, ano yung direction ng ating electric field?
Baba.
Outward. Ay,
Baba.
Inwards.
Pababa. No?
ay, inward.
Pababa siya. Diba? Paana siya bitaw, no? Kung kuwaon pag yun nato ni siya ang slant niya, ma-cancel lang man po ang x niya, no? Ang x values niya. Nga naman, because may pa left, may pa right. So, ibig sabihin, ano na ang matter? Ang direction na lang na pababa. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, if you would like to get the electric field of that sheet 1, which we will name as electric field or E sub 1, no? So, meaning, ang iyang electric field is pababa. Now, we would like to get the net electric field dyan sa taas ng sheet 1. Again, electric field or net electric field is the sum of the electric fields lang, di ba? Okay, so i-add natin, we have the electric field 1, which is due to the sheet 1. Take note, pababa siya, that is negative. Now, how about kapag sa sheet 2 natin? Take note, our sheet 2 has an electric field na E sub 2. We will name it as E sub 2. Okay? Positive daw ang infinite sheet or rather ang sheet 2, no? So it means unsa siya?
Pataas.
Pataas, outwards, no? Kutanaw nato gikan daw diri pasaka, ana siya no? Pasaka siya. Pwede ra pod nako na siya ibutang na diri na lang directly sa taas para di na ta maglibog. Tama? E2. No? Anyway, that is just for illustration purposes. So, as you can see, pataas daw na siya. No? E sub 1 plus E sub 2. Now, take note, si E sub 1, the electric field 1, plane sheet daw yan siya. So, ibig sabihin, we can use this formula sa ating plane sheet kanina. No? So, that is sigma over 2 epsilon sub 0. Take note, negative for electric field 1. Also, for electric field 2, no, the formula is still the same, pero positive na siya, kay pataas man daw siya. So, it means sigma over 2 E sub 0. Now, what will happen to your electric field net or the net electric field? What would be the answer? Okay, 0. Okay. So, again, the electric field net or the net electric field is equal to 0. Nasabtan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if nasabtan, kindly raise your hand. Wow. Oh, dato. Okay, so ano no, sa mga wala pa naka-fill out ng attendance, kindly fill out using the link na nasa to ang chat box. Okay? Okay, sige. So since we are good, now let's proceed sa between S1 and S2 or sheet 1 and sheet 2. Okay, electric field net. Ay, ano po dato ang color? Okay, net electric field. Na pwede rin, no? So, ano muna, kunin natin ang electric field 1 or E
Positive.
sub 1. Positive or pataas or pababa?
Positive.
Upward, ma'am.
Okay, upward, no? Positive or upwards. Diba? Kaya nga naman, inwards man daw siya diri sa ato ang plane sheet. Okay? Now, how about sa ato ang sheet 2? Pataas, pababa?
Negative.
Baba, ma'am. Baba.
Pababa?
Ay, taas ka po.
Outward.
Pataas yapon, ma'am.
Taas ka po,
Pataas
outward
yapon,
man.
ma'am.
Okay, very good. Pataas gyapon. Kaya naman outwards gani siya, no? So that is our E sub 2, pataas siya kay outwards siya. Okay? So if we get our net electric field, pataas man daw si E1, pataas po daw si E2. And again, unsang iyahang electric field daw kani nga formula. So just copy it, sigma over 2 E sub 0 plus sigma over 2 E sub 0. Now what would be our net electric field?
2E, ma'am.
2E?
2 times sigma over 2 epsilon 0.
2 times kato, ma'am.
Okay. So mura siya actually 2E sub 1 tama naman no? 2E sub 1 or 2E sub 2. Or kung kani atong gamiton na formula, okay? So anong sabi nyo? 2 sigma over 2 epsilon sub 0. Simplifying, we have the absolute value of sigma over E sub 0. Or rather, epsilon sub 0. Okay? So, mauna siyang atuang net electric field. Question.
None po ata, ma'am.
Okay. So, I guess there's none. Sige, below na pod. Unsa ka ato ang net?
Positive si E1, negative si E2.
Positive si E1, negative si E2. Sige, tingnan natin. Kung positive si E1, it means pataas siya. Tama ba? Agree? Pataas?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Pataas siya, no? Kay inwards. And then, pababa daw si E2. Agree?
Agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Agree? Okay, agree daw si Christian. Okay, tama naman pababa. Kasi outwards because positive ang ato ang surface charge density. So therefore, our E net, no? Again, si E1 is pataas, si E2 naman ang pababa, no? So again, parehas lang sila ang kanila formulas, both electric fields. So therefore, the net electric field sa baba ng infinite or sa baba ng sheet 2 is still 0. Okay? Nasabtan.
Yes,
Nasabtan?
ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, sige. So since nasabtan, okay, we'll have two sample problems. Kani sila is actually plug in lang yun ni siya using those formulas. No? Using those formulas na gihatag nako, plug in lang jud na sila. Okay? Oh, by the way, before ta mag-proceed sa problems, no, take note na itong gisolve natin last, itong dalawang infinite sheets, take note na ito siya is negative ang sa taas, sa baba naman is positive. So mag-differ na po kung positive ang sa taas, negative ang sa baba, or kung positive both, negative ang both. Okay? So you can try solving that one on your own. Pero take note, ang kanilang electric field no for individual sheets is ito lang pa rin naman. Okay? Nagamatter lang po sa above, below, or between. Okay? So for the sample problems, we have here, sa first problem, a very long straight wire. No? So ibig sabihin, may magbibigay pa talaga siya na has linear charge density. Ibig sabihin, we are dealing with a line segment. No? So, ibig sabihin, you will just use this formula, itong sa field of charged line segment. Okay? Now, for the second one, ayan, kayo naman ang identify. Ano kaya siya? Is it the plain sheet or katong nauna? Katong ano lang yun siya, katong na ay hollow sa sulod. Or naka-ano lang siya, naka-ring lang jud siya. What do you think for number 2? Before ta mag-solve. Is it the first or the second? Is it the first or the third na illustration? What do you think?
Ano yun, ma'am?
Kaning second the problem, unsa kaha ni siya? Is it this field of ring of charge na situation or kaning field of a uniformly charged disk?
Kana ma'am, uniformly charged list.
Charge disk, ma'am.
Uniformly charged disk. Okay? How about the others?
Yung una ata po, ma'am.
Yung una daw? Sige. So, basahon na to ang problem, no? A ring-shaped conductor with radius A is equal to 2.50 centimeters has a total positive charge, no? Uniformly distributed around it. So, ibig sabihin, anong sabi niya? Itong total daw na positive charge is uniformly distributed, okay? Is uniformly distributed daw around it, no? And then, sinabi niya, ring-shaped conductor, around it lang daw siya. It means, ana ang ato ang conductor, no? Around it lang daw ni siya. So, it means, dira lang ang ato ang charges, no? Wala siya nakabutang sa ato ang plane. So, ibig sabihin, if that's the case, unsa ang situation? Number 1 pa rin kaya or number 3?
Number 1.
Number 1 po, ma'am.
Okay, number 1. No? Hollow lang siya, kay ginaingon niya around it lang man daw. Okay? And then also, ang isa pang cluean niya is that ang gihatag niya is total positive charge. Now, kani siya, total positive charge, diri pa lang sa formula, total positive charge siya iyang gihatag. Unless, no, kagaya nito, na may lain. Unless kani siya, di ba, kani siya is coulomb per meter squared, no? So, kung gusto ninyo makuha ang total charge nito siya, nitong plane sheet na ito, dapat kunin nyo muna ang area niya, di ba? Kunin nyo muna ang area para makuha nyo ang total charge. Kasi coulomb per meter squared man daw ito. Coulomb per meter squared, i-multiply mo sa by meter squared, ibig sabihin maging coulomb, no? So, kailangan makuha pa nimo ang area of that bago nimo makuha ang total charge. But anyway, so balik ta, no? Si number 2 is yung first na illustration, okay, which is hollow lang. Sige, kindly answer that one and then discuss natin later. Okay, so unsa naman? Nga na ba tayo answer? Naa na sila. Naa na sila, ma'am. Okay, let's start with number 1. Sa kay formula. Okay, naa na si Telen, no? Naa na siya answer. Sige, how about the others? Sige, try na to ng i-solve ni Eman. Okay? So, a very long straight wire. So, it means natay line segment, no? Okay, has a linear charge density. That is our lambda. 1.500 times 10 raised to negative 10 coulomb per meter. Okay? At what distance from the wire is the electric field magnitude equal to 2.50 Newton per coulomb? So, meron tayong point field, no? We have to, our field point. Ayan, let's say that is our field point. Field point in question. Okay? So that is our field point, assuming that that is at the or collinear with the center of our segment, or line segment. Okay? And then, given din ang kanyang electric field magnitude, that is 2.50 Newton per coulomb. No? So that is, again, our electric field. Positive ba ni siya? Okay, wala siya sinabi, pero, ayan, linear charge density, 1.500, it means that is a positive. Positive ang ato ang straight wire. No? So, ibig sabihin, paano ang iyahang electric field? No? Ang net niya is paadto sa right. If that is the illustration. Anyway, bisan asa man na ninyo ibutang, no? Pwede man diri, pwede doon. No? So, our electric field, again, the formula is 1 over 2 pi, 1 over 2 pi, epsilon sub 0 times the lambda over x. No? So, substitute nyo lang yan. You have 2.50 Newton per coulomb. That is equal to 1 over 2 pi, epsilon sub 0, times the lambda, that is 1.500, times 10 raised to negative 10 coulomb per meter over the distance x. No? So we assume that this is our x, or the distance between the point and the center of the line segment. Now, what is the answer for this? Ganito ba ang answer mo, Emmanuel?
200.
Ganito sa'yo, Rod? Okay, ganito ang kay Eman?
Yes, ma'am. Ganyan sa akin, ma'am. Ang answer ko
Okay,
is 2 point... Ay, ano na?
2 point
2.086 times 10 to negative 20 meters.
times 10 raised to negative 20 meters. Ganito?
So, abot lang. Saan eh?
Sige, how about the others? Ano sa inyong answer?
1.079 akin, ma'am.
1.079? Okay.
Yes po.
Ang sa iba? Sige, tingnan ko ha. Okay, same po, 1.07. Actually, ang answer ko rin is the same, 1.079.
Ano, mali ra ko na ako.
Okay, so the unit for this, kay distance man siya, no? And then we have used SI unit, so therefore the distance or the unit is in meters. So therefore, the answer would be 1.079 meters. Okay, so galing sa center ng ating line segment to the point field or the field point in question, that is 1.079 meters. Okay? Question.
None po ata, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ariel. Okay, so if there's none, proceed tayo sa number 2. Okay, Eman, how did you answer number 2? Ano yung formula na ginamit mo in the process?
Yung ano ma'am, epsilon, yung 1/4 pi epsilon sub 0 times the
Okay.
absolute value of ano ma'am, of yung q ma'am, then over x squared.
Okay, that is your electric field, no? The magnitude. Magnitude man ang hinahanap, no? What is the magnitude? Okay, sige. So ano yung values ito, Eman? We have 1/4 pi epsilon sub 0 times absolute value of what?
0.125 times 10 raised to negative 9.
Okay, that is in coulombs. Ang sa baba,
0.4 meters squared ma'am.
okay, 0.4 meters squared. Ma'am, how about ito, ma'am? Kasi may sinabi man siya, ma'am, na radius A is equal to 2.50 centimeters. Na kung balikan natin ang ating illustration, no, for the field of ring of charge, in our equation or in our formula, walang nakastate na merong radius sa formula, no? So, etong x na ito, basically, yan lang yung distance from the field point to the center, but not the radius. So, ibig sabihin, itong radius na ito na given for this problem is parang ano lang siya, pampalito lang siya. Okay? So, tama, no? Tama, Eman. So, what is the answer for this? 7 point.
0.22 yung akin ma'am.
Okay. Ano unit, Eman?
Columns per columns per ano ba ma'am? Columns per meter ba or meter squared?
No. That is Newton per coulomb. Kasi electric field man. Yung coulombs per meter, again, that is for linear charge density. No? Ang coulombs per meter squared for surface charge, no? And then yung rho, volume charge density, that is coulomb per meter cube. Okay? Sige, thank you, Eman. How about the others? Do you agree na yung ani ang ato ang magnitude? Ito ba ang inyo? Okay, Terod, yes daw. How about the others?
May times 10 to 9 ako.
May times 10 pa ba?
Hindi ko sure if mali ihapon eh.
Asa Christian, what is your answer?
Wala lang ako na square ng 0.4 ma'am, pero kung square na ko, pareha siya ma'am.
Parehas na siya. Wala siyang scientific notation na. Ito lang.
Ay, sa decimal lang ko rin naman. I-convert man ako daan ng centimeters to meters.
Okay. Kung saan imo harod, times?
7 times 10 raised to 9.
Sige. Lagay natin. Left 1/4 pi. Okay. I guess parehas kami ni Eman ng answer. Wala nang scientific notation.
Ay, okay.
How about the others? Wow, Eman. Jabi, ani po da imong answer? Okay, si Shan, ani ang answer. Jabi. Wow. Wow lang. Okay, so my question regarding this problem, or my question, anything about the discussion natin today? Okay, nasabtan lang, naintindihan lang. If naintindihan, kindly raise your hand. Okay. Sige. So, again, no, next meeting, probably magbigay lang ako ng activity about parang refresher lang siya from electric forces down to our topic today. And then, next week, no? So, kung ano na tayo, face-to-face na tayo, then we'll have our quiz. Okay? So, again, kasali pa ito siya, no, sa ating quiz. Number 1. Okay, do you have questions before we end our our class today? Meron pa tayong 29 minutes. So, I guess there's none. Sige, so free na kayo for 29 minutes before your next class. So, thank you everyone. Oscar, may question? May question ka, Oscar? Wala po, ma'am. Okay, sige. So, thank you everyone sa pagpasok sa loop natin, and you may now leave the loop. Thank you everyone. Yes, Datu.
Ma'am, isan niyo po ito, ma'am, sa GC po?
Yes po. Opo.
Okay po, thank you,
Don't
ma'am.
forget the the attendance. Okay, sige. Thank you
Thank you, ma'am.
everyone.
Thank you po,
Okay, thank you,
ma'am.
Datu.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you
Sige
po,
po,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Ma'am, ang sa mga problems good na ihatag nimo nasa center lang, di ba, ang ano?
Yes po, mag-focus lang jud ta dito kay gilimit man nato ang ato ang discussion sa center lang.
Okay. Wala ka, dali ra mo.
Sige, sige.
Thank you, ma'am.
Alright then. Sige, thank you po, Drod. Bye-bye.
Thank you.